login pages. Now, millions of websites around the world make use of login pages, and today I'm going to be teaching you how you can bypass login pages using Burpsuite. Now remember, this demonstration is for educational purposes only and should only be done in your virtual lab. The method we're going to be using is the brute forcing method. I know it's the old school method, don't mind it, but we're going to be using a smart brute force method. Now this is where we talk about word list. Word list here is like your armory, is how strong you are. The bigger your word list, the bigger your chances of bypassing these login pages. But in some cases, no matter how big your word list is, if you don't have the correct logins in your word list, well, you might as well just... Let's move on to the main dish for today. First, we're going to be creating a word list that we'll be using for the brute force, and you can do that with any of your favorite text editors. Now I'm going to go ahead and use Nano because that is my favorite text editor. Now, to create a good word list, having an idea of your target is very essential. Look at this. If your target is a web page, web pages normally use admin as their username, administrator, and if it's a Linux system, you see root, user, and so on. Now let me put my number 1 as admin, my number 2 as administrator, and the list can go on ahead with a bunch of names that I can think of. Maybe John, root. I don't have a lot in my head, but you can just generate as much as you want. So I'm just going to write this out as username, the txt, and I'm going to exit. Now, same goes for the password. Normally people make mistakes of putting easy passwords as the password. I don't know if that's reverse psychology, maybe that's what you're trying to do, but you can see someone doing password 123 or just the password as password. Some bunch of things that you won't normally think to. I mean, some attackers right now will be creating word lists with symbols, letters, while the person they're trying to use password 123. I mean, that is so disappointing. So we're going to create our password file based on that theory. So I'm going to let my first one be password, and then my second one as just password, and my third one as password 123, and my fourth one as, yep, I think this could do. And then we'll write it out as pass.txt. Fine. Alright, so now what we're going to do is to run an MBT scan to determine the IP address of our Metasploitable. And yeah, we've gotten it. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy it and head over to our browser. And then we'll paste the IP address /dvwa. Alright, so immediately it will take me to login.php. Now, if you don't have Metasploitable 2 and you really want to practice this, the link to download it is right in my description. So you could go right there and download your Metasploitable 2 and start practicing. So immediately I'm going to log in with the username admin and password. Alright, so immediately we log in, we're going to head over to brute force. Now this is the login page that we're going to be trying to, because we don't know any information on this, we don't know any username and we don't know any password, so we're just going to enter anything. This is just to enable us to get what it will display if we input a wrong password, because we are going to need that, and you will see why later in this video. So I'm going to go on ahead and click login, and there it is, username and / or password incorrect. This is what we're looking for. So I'm just going to copy this, and immediately I will open Burpsuite.